Good day. How are you guys doing today on this great day? Today I'm going to speak to you guys about something that is all over the place. What is this auto assessment from SARS? And before I start, in case there's someone who doesn't know me, my name is Eliades. I'm the owner and founder of the IE International Group of Companies. And one of our companies that we own is IECCA, which is a chartered accounting firm where we help build great businesses by helping them know their numbers and making sure they're up to date with their taxes and statutory work. So I founded that company in 2006, and I've always had a goal to build great businesses, but the one thing is, if you don't know your numbers, if you don't know what your tax obligations are, you're going to find yourselves in trouble. And people have started to be very naive about tax. Okay, they don't understand. You've got to know how much tax you've got to pay. You've got to understand that you've got to pay tax. It's just the way life is, and you've got to do the best you can with the tax laws. So, and that all depends on how you structure your companies, how you do business, but you've got to take tax into consideration. So right now there's this thing called auto assessment. And everyone is getting SMSs and everyone's phoning me, hey Johnny, what's going on with this auto assessment? And I personally have not really worried about the auto assessment because we actually do our clients' books, we look at their income, we give them financial statements, we do good tax planning for them. So it's not something that has really concerned me, but it has concerned many people in the country, and that is why I decided just to reach out to you guys and just explain something to you guys. And the one thing that you guys need to understand, SARS knows exactly where you're getting your money from, okay? And this is what I want to explain to you. And so if they know exactly where you're getting your money from, why do you need to fill in a tax return? They can fill it in for you, and the source is going to be much better than your source, and it's going to be much quicker. So let me just give you an overview on what's happening in 2020. So we've got to understand on the 1st of September 2020, okay, from the 1st of September 2020 to the 16th of November 2020, we are currently doing where the taxpayer who can file online. Okay, so there's a taxpayer and he can file his tax return online. Okay, that is the period. So the tax period is going to open on the 1st of September. It's going to close on the 16th of November. Then you get the second group of guys, which is from the 1st of September. From the 1st of September to the 22nd of October. Now, these are people that go into the branch, okay? This is online. These are people who go to the branch, right? They go to the branch to submit their tax returns, okay? And due to COVID, you've got to make an appointment if you want to go in and do your tax returns, okay? So what is SARS really doing? SARS is saying, hey guys, listen man, let's work together. I know what you've earned. I'm sending you a tax return. It's an auto assessment. If you're happy with it, click yes and submit. So you don't have to come in. So we don't have to have that risk of COVID, get into contact. You can do this directly from e-filing, or you can do this from your app. Okay, so that's what they're actually saying. And then you got another one that is on the 1st of September. Okay, and this one goes up until January, right? The 29th of January, 2021. And these are all provisional taxpayers, okay? Provisional taxpayers. Now, just to give you what is a provisional taxpayer? It's someone that earns income other than his salary. Okay, so he's most probably got a rental income. He has a few properties. He earns rental income. He needs to pay provisional tax. Or he's got investments that he earns interest. He needs to pay provisional tax. He's got more than one source of income. He's a director of a company. He needs to pay provisional tax. Now, what is provisional tax? Provisional tax is that you don't wait until end of the year in order to pay your taxes. You have to pay your taxes in August and in February, right? You must pay your first provisional tax and your second provisional tax. So your first provisional tax is saying, hang on, it's 6 months into the financial year. So you're going, let's say I started my year March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months, right? So you're going to say for the 6 months, for August, you're going to submit in September, and you're going to say, these are my 6 months projection, or what I've earned. That is what you're going to do. Does this make sense? You're great at getting this. And then your second provisional tax will be September, October, November, December, January, February. Another 6 months. So that one will be in August and one will be in February. You have to submit your provisional tax first and second. You even get a third provisional tax if you haven't paid enough taxes. Now, what is SARS saying to you? You need to make an estimate of your business and you need to, of your income, and say within the 6 months, give SARS what is due to them so they don't have to wait for a whole year. Should you get that wrong, there's a 20% penalty on provisional tax, okay? So this is not about that. I'm just giving you an overview on that. Right. Now, what I want to tell you now is about this auto assessment, and this is what's very, very important for you guys to understand. So these are your tax returns. Now, if there's an auto assessment, how it works is you're going to get an SMS, okay, and say, hang on, SARS, we have got your information. We are doing an auto assessment, or we're not doing an auto assessment, okay? And what you need to do is you need to log into SARS and say, yes, I agree with your auto assessment, or no, I don't agree with your auto assessment, okay? So, and where does this all come from? And this is really what I want to speak to you about, okay? Where are they getting the numbers from? Where are they getting your income from? So the first thing is your employer. If you work for someone, they have to give you a salary, right? They give you a salary. On the 7th of every month, they do an EMP 201 and they submit to SARS how much pay as you earn, taxes that employee has to pay. They add up all the employees and they pay over the UIF amount, the SDL if it's registered, and they pay the pay as you earn and they pay it to SARS. But twice a year, there's called an EMP 501. And an EMP 501 is the summary. That's also in every 6 months, August and February, you do a summary. Now, what you need to say, you need to say employee X, employee Y, his salary was 100,000 and I've paid so much tax over for him. So you go and you hand that into SARS. You tell SARS how much did you give each employee and how much tax did you pay for them. Then SARS says, okay, I have this guy, his name is Johnny. I have this employer, his name's I International Group. They've paid so much money for him. Okay, so he's paid so much tax. Now, what happens is they already know the employer has given how much money this guy's earned. Then there's another thing. There's called an IT3s. There's a lot of IT3As, IT3Es, IT3As. There's all these different documents. But what are they? They are documents that third parties, financial institutions, medical aid schemes, retirement annuities. There are all these different organizations that are handing in. They have to legally. The bank has to hand in an IT3, right? And they go hand that into the bank and they say, listen, Johnny has earned so much interest for the year. So if I earn interest, if I earn 100,000 Rand interest and the bank is sending an IT3 to the bank, right? To SARS, saying that I earned 100,000 Rand interest. And if interest rate is only 5%, then I must have a substantial amount of money in the bank. So SARS goes, hey, did that guy pay tax on that amount? Is he paying tax on this interest that he earned? Right? So now they know sort of by the amount of interest that the bank is telling SARS. You're not telling SARS, the bank is telling SARS. They know how much income you've got. They know how much money you've got in the bank. They know how much interest you've earned. Second thing is medical aids. The medical aid schemes send the information They send the information to SARS. Hey, now they know Johnny's got a medical aid and he's actually paying 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 rand a month for this medical aid. He knows how much they're paying. Okay, so this guy's got money in the bank. He's got a medical aid. Third thing is retirement annuities. Are you paying any insurances anywhere? Then the insurance companies send that documents to SARS. So now SARS knows how much I earn as a salary. They know how much I earn on investments. And that investment can be interest, can be the stock exchange. I can do unit trust. I can be doing shares, because those financial institutions have to inform SARS on all interest that you've earned or dividends that you've earned. They have to go and send that document to SARS. Okay, so SARS now knows how much my salary is. They know how much I've earned on interest. They know how much I've earned on the stock exchange. They know how much I've earned on dividends. Now, here comes the other one. I love this one, and this is where people do not understand. Any other third-party providers? Any other third-party providers? Now, who are third-party providers? So, you go buy a car, you need a tax number. You go buy a house, you need a tax number. And I believe this third-party providers is going to be a big thing for SARS. Okay, SARS is going to get anything, wherever you do any business, you're going to have to give your tax number, and that means, why do you think someone would ask for your tax number? Because he needs it, because he has to submit some disclosure or something he has to submit to SARS. I don't think it's always been that way or they've done it correctly, but it's getting better. It's getting better, and this is what SARS is doing. You don't have to worry about your tax return. I'm going to start knowing everywhere where you are earning money. I know how much money you got in the bank. I know when you buy a property. I know when you buy shares. I know when you buy unit trust. I know your medical aid. I know your retirement annuity. I know your pension fund. Third parties, it's just going to get more and more and more. Now, watch this. SARS has done your assessment. It's auto-assessment. They've done it. They've filled it in for you. Okay? It comes to you and says, someone has informed us that you have earned the following money, and that you have this following medical aid, and you have the following insurances. That someone's informed us. Okay? So, do you agree? Hang on. I don't agree. Why don't you agree? Why don't you agree? Why don't you agree? Which one don't you agree with? Did you not earn the salary from this person? Okay, and if you say no, they're going to go back to their employer and say, why did you hand in an RP5 for Johnny, but Johnny says to me he didn't earn this money for you? Why, Mr. Medical Aid, did you say this medical aid happened there, but he didn't earn this? So guys, you got to get your tax affairs in order. You got to know your numbers. You can no longer wait for your books to be done once a year, once every 2 years. You got to be doing your books monthly. You got to have programs and softwares and in the clouds, and you got to know your numbers. They must be recorded. That's the way. You're not going to get away from this. The world has changed. SARS actually is brilliant at what they do, okay, is brilliant at what they do, but sometimes there are many hiccups with the systems. Now, I guarantee you there's going to be many. I've seen people, yeah, SARS wants to give me R1 million. I don't know where that is. SARS wants me to pay this, pay this. That's fine. They will clear that up. They will get through this. But it's going to be a better system afterwards, and you better get your house in order. You better get your house in order, because now everyone knows everything that you're earning, and you need to pay your taxes. And taxes is an expense that you need to accommodate in your life. You can't avoid tax. You need to be saving for tax. When you are registered for VAT, you can't use the VAT money. You need to start saving the money, because SARS wants their money. It's not your money. We live in a country and we have to pay tax. Now, there's a lot of debate, what they do, that's not, I'm not here to debate that. I am here as your accountant, and I'm here to help you and serve you to make sure that your books are up to date, to make sure your tax affairs are up to date, to make sure your company's records are up to date, so that you can make informed decisions, you can budget for your taxes, and you can grow your business. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to share this with you. So guys, I hope this made sense. I thought I'd quickly make this video for you guys, so that you guys can go and just re-look at the stuff, know that this is happening, know how it works. It's not a new thing. It's not a exciting thing. You've got to pay your taxes. If you've always been paying your taxes, if you've been disclosing it properly, this is nothing new. This is normal stuff. Don't worry about it, okay? But you've got to get your house in order. Thank you very much, guys. This is Johnny Eliades, the owner and founder of the IE International Group of Companies. Should you like what you hear on this and you want us to help you with your affairs, with your taxes, with your businesses and that, drop us an email at info@johnnyeliades.com. Say whatever you guys need for your numbers, for your tax affairs, for your books. Reach out to us. We are the best at what we do and we can help you. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Bye.